Good morning everyone, how are we all doing? Today I am going to be doing a different video. I'm not playing any games. I'm going to be talking about game selection, site selection, and the reasons why I play where I play, which is only on Party Poker. First of all, I want to thank people who have commented on my videos, and I just post videos generally just for fun really. I'm not really trying to build a massive audience or anything like that, but I do appreciate people commenting on my videos. And a couple of questions have been about why don't you play on GG Poker, or why are you playing here? So I thought I'd answer that with a video about my game selection process, and a lot of people massively underrate game selection. This is like one of the big sort of differences between being an amateur and being a professional is the game selection aspect. So yeah, here we go. First of all, people were talking about GG Poker, why I don't play GG Poker. I have actually played GG Poker before. I do have hands from like 3 years ago when I was still striving to make it in poker basically as a career, but I moved away from GG for various reasons. At the time, they didn't have the best reputation, and I decided not to come back because even though the game its reputation is better and the games are better now, I decided not to come back just because of the rake. If you go on to this primedope.com, you can get an online poker comparison. You can see on the, if we say 50 cent or 100 now, or 200 now, you can just see GG Poker is right at the bottom for reg tables. These are regular tables, and one of my big things was about table selecting, like avoiding fast forward or zoom, or in their case Russian cash game modes. I've played a bunch of Russian cash, by the way, so I know what it is all about. It's like, that was my big thing. I was trying to play around these limits, primarily these limits, and you can just see it's just the worst for rake. It does have decent rake back, but I never really am a high volume player. So yeah, when you weigh all that up to begin with, it's just going to be worse than the other options. And the other options I've gone for these networks: Party Poker, Stars, Winning Poker Network. I have looked at 888. It's pretty middle tier. Bad rake back, but rake is okay. But you see, that's my main reason for not selecting GG. Add to the secondary reason, which is slightly strategical but not as big a reason, is the ranges that I've learned are based on a PokerStars type rake structure, and this is very similar rake structure basically across the board. You know, with Stars, it's almost the same, whereas GG is way different. So like the ranges, I would have sort of slightly different ranges as well. So those are the main reasons I don't play GG. I do admit that it is quite a weak pool, and there's a lot of more good games running at higher stakes. But yeah, that's that. And I'm going to talk about why I now only play on Party Poker. I'm going to, in my CFP at Poker Detox, I was in for basically 2 years. My first year I played a lot of Zoom, and you know, I still made money, but I also went through like a bad downswing, really bad distribution period of cards, and basically made most of my money from rakeback. The second year I really focused way more on game selection, and I played free sites, ACR, Party, and Stars. Now this is my graph since 1st of January last year on Party Poker. As you can see, I have an EV around 6.3 BB per 100, 6 to 6.5 we could say, and I have a distribution that's around about average, I would imagine, maybe slightly good, slightly above average. Now if we go on to WPN, I haven't got anywhere near as many hands on this, but you know, it's around 1.9. And if we go on to stars, I have a decent distribution, and our EV-BB100 is about 2.5. So we've got the same number of hands on stars and WPN, nearly the same number of hands in a year, but I have a 4 BB per 100 bigger win rate on party than I do on these other sites, and it could just be distribution based. Like, this distribution is really, really bad. That could like have something to do with it. You know, just in terms of like, here this looks like a very average distribution, and this one on stars is just really, really bad distribution and just not running well. But you know, there's so many things to measure with variance that, like, for a 4 BB per 100 win rate difference, it's just it's a lot for me to think that party is better. And the reason I think party is better is there's something, there's two things. Obviously, one, we have Poker Tracker 2 here. As you can see here, with Poker Tracker 2, I can mine some hands. I can like get data on players. So if I just open random hands here, everything in this hand is saved. I've got names of the players I played in the hands. You know, I've got the hand history, everything, and I can collect stats on all of these players. I can do the same on WPN. I can't do it on Party Poker. They all just appear as this hero in player 1, player 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So I cannot track my opponents in-game in a HUD. Now, some people don't like that, and I didn't like that, but then I learned to play aggressively and play an exploitative style, and now I love it. Because the second thing that it doesn't get talked about too much, but is very important to consider, is these data mining tools that people are using. So, and there are some of them in these list of prohibited tools. These are tools prohibited to being used at all times, right? On the TOS of PokerStars. There's a bunch of them, but some of them are, I'm not going to name which ones are, but some of them are data mining tools. And some of them are like botting tools and all kinds of bad stuff. And these data mining tools, what they do is people can just pull stats on you without even having played a hand against you. I could play against a guy with some data mining tools, and they could get all of my hands for like the last year and look at all my stats and be like, oh, okay, this guy is a massive, this guy likes to bluff, or this guy, yeah, this guy's like doing this wrong or this wrong. He's over c-betting here, he's overfolding here. And when you're trying to play exploitative like I am, and you're playing against the same people every day, and they can track you with their HUDs, and they can use data mining, which is against TOS, but there are definitely players who do it. You are putting yourself in the lower EV spot. Like, it's just as simple as that. Like, you can obviously, you know, use the HUD well, but 4 BBs per 100 win rate difference, you know, that is that's like, if I do 400 hands an hour, that's like $30 an hour. Like, for me, like, difference just by playing on this website and making a decision where I'm winning $30 more an hour, or like 20 to 30. I moved down a bit in stakes, but over the last year I was slightly higher stakes on the staked money. But you see, like, this is probably $20 to $25 an hour, like, for me, just by playing on this website. So I just thought I'd explain why I play on Party Poker rather than on the other websites. And for now, I'm pretty happy playing on Party Poker. And because I plan to move up stakes, when I start to move up stakes and want to play more, because I have an ambition to try and reach 510 online, I will probably have to move websites and sort of go around that whole of playing in an environment with HUDs. And hopefully the data mining situation has been worked on a bit more. But I'd have to change how I play too. Like I wouldn't be able to just exploit people as hard as I do on this website. I have to play more balanced in some spots, or like attack regs in other spots. But yeah, for now I'm happy here, and it's going pretty well. Thanks for watching, and I hope everyone has a good day.